Welcome to day 3 of the Plat stars. So, day 2, got a little bit unlucky with some of the hands that were given to us because just way too many 50% boards. Also ended up misguessing everything in sight, so we finished with a kind of disappointing 54%. We'll see that there were, once again, a couple more, high 60s. That's about the best that you're ever going to see in these things. Maybe once every 3 or 4 months, someone will hit a 70% game in this, but it's just way too tough in the declare play only, especially with random deals. Sometimes you get the ones where you can actually maneuver, score some extra tricks or make fun plays like our duck a diamond on day 1. But usually you're going to get more of the kind of average-ish boards, so you can score 65, 70, 75 if you play a little bit better than the field. So this does put us overall 57th. We have a 57% average, which means we're basically out of contention for winning the thing. I suppose if we have like a 70+% game, we might actually move up into close to the leaderboard. We can kind of see one player does stand way above the rest if they have another decent score today. Their 66 almost average over 2 days is going to carry them to victory, but most of the field is going to be sitting here around 62, 61, low 60s. That's generally what it takes to win this thing. One or maybe a couple of these players will score another 60%, but a lot of them will have some mean regression like we did yesterday. We do see our buddy Alex Perlin sitting down here in 11th. I need to get him on my friends list. I feel like I say this every time we play Plat Stars, and I never get around to asking him, but it would be nice to see comparisons with him sometimes. But still not bad. Not the greatest performance overall, but we're kind of happy that we're a little bit above average. This was our set yesterday, so we can take a look at the scores. You can kind of just see how our misguessing certain hands has cost us 24% instead of maybe 76%, 22 instead of 78, 18 instead of 82 maybe, depending on where the rest of the field is going to end up on these hands. But 50%, 50%, 51, 51, 53, 51. That's really not what you want to see for this event. If you expect to be stronger than the field, you're kind of going to expect to get more of these 78s, 87s than the 22s. So having a lot of just flat boards brings your average down a bit. Anyway, that was day 2. Let's get into day 3 of Plat Stars. So as usual, we're just going to look through the auction, try and make our best guess about the opponent's hands, and take as many tricks as we can. This feels like we have done something wrong, just looking at this dummy, the way things have gone. But, yeah, so I'm not going to try and go out of my way to get 100% boards. I think it's really hard to do that in general in declare play events. Sometimes I'll get a read and I'll maybe go for something that I think the field is not going to spot. But for the most part, we're just going to try and take as many tricks as we can manage, which will hopefully get us 60s or 70% most of the time. So Diamond Pass, I generally think it's almost always going to be wrong to pass out your partner's one of a minor opening bid when you are not vulnerable. For a whole lot of reasons, but one of the main reasons is that if it goes all pass, it's not necessarily a great board for you. There can frequently be times where your partner's planning to jump rebid 2 no trump, and you're like, well, that would suck. We have 4 high card points. We're just going to pass that. But 2 no trump happens to make, and 1 diamond goes down because our partner has 3 diamonds to the king or something, or 3 diamonds to the ace, and we don't have a big diamond fit. So if we don't have a fit in partner's minor, we could just be losing the board. by not responding to the opening bid. It also puts pressure on the opponents. So there's a whole reason of, or slew of reasons for why you want to respond to partner's opening bid. And being not vulnerable, it kind of protects you a little bit against the opponents, like having trap type hands where they're planning to go after you for a penalty. They're pretty unlikely to do so when you're not vulnerable. Or at least it's less of a risk. If they double and you go down 1, minus 100 might be a good board against the opponent's part score. So I would certainly bid a spade here as south. Robots decide to pass. Once again, we're kind of rewarded by not bidding, although, as we see, the rest of the auction didn't play out the way we were hoping. Left-hand opponent balances 2 diamonds, showing both majors. Our partner bids 2 hearts, which apparently is a takeout double. I don't understand why 2 hearts would be a takeout double. I think frequently you should just be playing unusual over unusual in these spots, so 2 hearts would show a good hand with diamonds. 2 hearts, well, whichever way you want to utilize it. 2 hearts and 2 spades would show good hands with diamonds and clubs. 3 clubs and 3 diamonds would just be purely competitive actions, not just like preemptive a little bit, but not necessarily looking for any cooperation towards a game, maybe, despite partner being a passed hand. Anyway, so 2 hearts apparently takeout double, which, like, why would partner not bid 2 spades as a takeout double if they have a singleton spade? So we bid 3 clubs. I don't like the 3 club bid. Partner for this type of an action, especially because we have no idea what partner's hand is, right? Partner could be 6 diamonds and 4 clubs. Partner could be 5 diamonds and 5 clubs. Partner could have this garbage, in which case I don't really understand their decision. Why not just pass, let the opponents bid 2 spades, and then make a takeout double of spades? We would happily check that out. 2 spades doubled, queen jack, 8/5. 3 clubs is very committal when we don't know partner's shape. So I would rather bid 2 spades here, or even 2 no trump, depending on what we think that shows to get partner to pick their better minor. But I guess we've reached the best contract on our cards. King of spades lead, king from ace king. So we'll follow suit to trick 1. 10 of spades is an interesting card. If East has the 10-9 doubleton or even 10-7 doubleton, I might be able to set up quite a few spade tricks. So we'll play the 2 here. And we get a club switch. Okay. So we know we can pick up the clubs, or not the clubs, the hearts for 1 loser by either double hooking West or, more likely, leading a low heart to the 10, just in case East has a singleton honor, and eventually, I guess, getting back to our hand with like a stranded queen of spades late in the play once West gets stripped of all of their minor suit cards. Then we can run the 9 of hearts, take another heart finesse. So I think I'm tempted to win this in hand and try a diamond to the queen. West isn't a passed hand, so West could have a pretty strong hand over there. They don't have to because they're balancing. I mean, it's possible that West's entire hand is like ace, king, 5th of spades and like queen, 5th of hearts. And East has the king of hearts, king of diamonds. That wouldn't be all that surprising, but it's certainly well within West's right to have more than that. I mean, West didn't lead a singleton diamond or switch to a singleton diamond, so it kind of makes me think that this is a singleton. East is going to have 5 clubs. And so West is therefore somewhat likely to have 2 diamonds, 5-5-2-1 shape. I can pick up a doubleton king of diamonds where I can just rough both of my diamond losers in my hand, taking the diamond finesse. I can pick up a doubleton jack or 10 by later diamond to the queen, East wins, plays another trump. I can win and dummy, cash the ace of diamonds, note the fall of the jack or 10, and then take a roughing finesse in the diamond suit. It is a little bit concerning that East is going to have trump control at some point in this hand, and I might be setting up a ton of diamond tricks for East. So I could definitely be a little bit more conservative about how I manage the play, but I think in case West has king doubleton of diamonds, I don't want to give up on the possibility of roughing both of my diamond losers in the short trump hand. So let's start out this way. 6 of clubs for 8. 8's an interesting play. We know the 7's outstanding. Did West lead the 6 from 6-7 doubleton? Did East play the 8 from 9-8-7? Like, whatever? Not sure. We'll win the jack. Play a diamond to the queen. Okay. Club comes back. As expected, West shows out. We saw the jack of diamonds from West, so we can always pick up the diamond suit with a roughing finesse through East. So what's going to happen now? If we go ace of diamonds, diamond covered, roughed, or maybe diamond not covered, we can pitch a something and then rough our diamond loser. And while we're able to take a heart finesse, I'm very worried about how I'm ever taking more tricks from here. But it does seem important to get this diamond rough in now. Because otherwise East will like rough a heart and then be able to pull trumps. All right. Okay, it's Jack 10 doubleton. That gives us another opportunity. In fact, it looks like we can make it at this point. We can cash 2 more diamonds, pitching 2 hearts. Cash the ace of hearts as East follows, and then we have a high cross rough. And I don't think I can do better. So let's go ahead and do it. Yeah, we're just going to claim 3 tricks on a high cross rough a heart. Both of dummy's trumps are good. So very fortunate Jack 10 doubleton of diamonds from West allowed us to make the contract. Playing on diamonds early was kind of the key to doing that. If we had pulled any more trumps, then we wouldn't have had that cross rough at the end. If we had worked on the heart suit, East would have been able to rough in and pull trumps themselves at a later point in play. So it feels like a good result, but from a match point perspective, it's got to feel pretty bad. We could have done way better, I believe, defending 2 spades doubled on the hand. Okay, pass. We pass in second seat. This is something the robots really like doing, and I think it's a style thing, but this is a style that has fallen out of favor, I believe, among most top expert players nowadays, is to not preempt when you have a side 3-card major, especially a good side 3-card major. The issue is that you have a really hard time catching up in the auction later. Like, look at what happened on this hand. Partner opened a diamond, we bid a spade, partner bid a no trump, Three spades is a terrible bid. We should definitely rebid two spades, but we kind of feel like we need to catch up because we have this decent 6-card spade suit, a nice hand overall, even though it got a lot worse when partner opened a diamond, ace jack third of hearts, and we didn't have a heart fit. So most of the time when partner can't open a heart, we don't really lose out by preempting immediately, and we kind of get our hand off our chest. That way, if partner really did have a fit, and some extra values, maybe we could end up in 4 spades before the opponents got to figure out what was going on. Anywho, 3 spades probably a terrible bid. Partners rebid a no trump, showing a weak no trump, and the fact that they've opened a diamond has made our hand worse, so no real reason to stretch for a vulnerable game at match points here. But we're in 4 spades, and partner's hand actually fits quite well with ours. Partner has an excellent 14 count. A lot of people would open a strong no trump with this. Of course, not our robot friends. But we have good chances to make 10 tricks, although the trump opening lead kind of hurts. We're not going to be able to ruff any club losers in the north hand. So we have a couple of options. We could play on hearts or play on diamonds, I think. Those are our main 2 options. The opening trump lead's a little bit strange on an auction like this, especially given that West wasn't able to open in 3rd seat. Now, that won't stop the robots from having a good 11 count over there. We've seen that multiple times in the past few days, but normally, given that West can't open, West probably doesn't have most of the missing high cards. We only have 9 ups at 14, so the opponent's missing 17 high cards are likely to be somewhat evenly distributed on an auction like this. And given that North has bid diamonds and we've only bid spades, it's much more likely from the opponent's perspective that they have a heart and club fit and we have a spade and diamond fit on an auction like this. A past hand making a game try opposite a minimum opener and then the minimum opener accepting tends to suggest hands that have a double fit, as opposed to hands like this where we just shouldn't be in game with our cards. So from that perspective, West, I think, is much more likely to lead a club or a diamond from their hand. So the opening trump lead is very strange in that respect, because you would expect if we happen to have a double fit, you want to make an aggressive opening lead, set up tricks for your side. And looking at our heart honors, I almost 100% would have expected West to lead a heart. That makes me very suspicious that West has the heart queen, because the robots hate leading away from honors. If West really had 3 small hearts, I am fairly certain they would have led one. Not sure about the club suit. I mean, I think that just makes it likely that West has the club ace, and most players wouldn't like to lead a club away from the ace. But if West has turned up with the ace of clubs and the queen of hearts, we think, then it's a lot less likely that they have diamond cards, because West might have another club card, like ace, queen of clubs, queen of hearts. They can't also have the diamond ace. So it's worth considering a line of play that actually revolves setting up diamonds. I could win one of my spade honors, lead the king of diamonds. East will probably cover. I can ruff, play another spade over, and then lead the jack of diamonds. I think this is a little slow, and there's definitely a few kinks to work out with this plan, because obviously if I lose a diamond trick after dummy's been stripped of trumps, they might just run clubs against me. But that might kind of help me not have to guess hearts if I'm less confident about my location of the heart queen. I'm pretty sure West just has the queen of hearts. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to win a spade. I have no idea what my plan is. I mean, a simple line of play is to just unblock the spades, ruff a diamond, pull trumps, and then go ace of hearts, jack of hearts. And maybe that's actually just best. If queen third of hearts is on side, then we take 10 tricks. If I think East has the ace of diamonds without the queen, maybe it's tempting to win a spade and instantly lead a low diamond. East might mistakenly fly the ace. I'm just thinking if there's anything clever I can do, like win a spade and duck a club. I force them to play another trump. Or, you know, I guess they could cash a second club before playing a trump, but something along those lines. I think the answer to all these questions is just no. Let's take a simple line of play. So I'll win the queen of spades, and I will lead a low diamond, just in case East flies ace. East plays the 2 after a lot of thought. That's unfortunate. So now I think it's just time to pull trumps. Oh. West has 4 spades. And East has pitched a low heart. That's quite interesting. I mean, 4 small spades is a pretty good reason, in fact, to lead a trump as opposed to leading a heart or a club. I still think it's a little bit strange for West to lead a trump. Because if they're looking at a bunch of small diamonds, they're going to think that we have running diamonds. If they're looking at the diamond queen, they're going to think the diamond hook is on side. If they're looking at the ace of diamonds, they're going to think they really need to set up tricks before the ace of diamonds gets knocked out. If they're looking at both the ace and queen of diamonds, they're going to think, well, the opponents don't have a great diamond fit, but all of the diamond honors are positioned well for them, so we once again need to set up tricks. I still think it's just very strange to not lead a heart or a club on this auction. The 2 of hearts discard is a little bit odd, because East, of course, has safe diamond pitches. So it makes me believe East has 5 hearts. In which case, I probably should play East for the heart queen. But then why did West not lead their singleton heart? I don't know. This is all very confusing to me. I'm just going to play a heart to the ace. Pull the last couple of trumps. And play the jack of hearts like I had planned. Great. We did it. So nothing more we can do other than take our 9 of spades. We'll just claim one more trick, making our contract. This feels like actually a pretty good result. All of our reasoning, yeah, so West made a honestly a very poor opening lead, even though it works out great on this layout of the cards, based on the auction. I think West absolutely should be leading either a club or a diamond. I prefer when I'm making an aggressive lead to try and lead from my strongest honor combination in general. So King 10 third of clubs would be my choice, but Queen 9 8 of hearts is, close in value. But our read about why West didn't lead a heart helped us place the heart queen. I think a lot of people, after getting the opening spade lead, will adopt the line of play that I had kind of mentioned earlier of cash the ace of spades. They'll see East show out on this trick. I don't know what East will discard. Let's say East discards a heart again. And now, given that spades are 4-1, they may well end up playing a heart to the jack. So West will win. The opponents can cash, I guess, only 3 club tricks because the clubs get blocked, but they will end up down 1 on this line of defense. So hopefully that's a pretty good result. I guess we'll find out at the end. Board 3. We open a strong no trump. Looks good. We have 16. Partner bids Stamen. We don't have a major. Partner invites, which systemically does not guarantee or deny a 4-card major. It's the only way for us to invite in our system. And we decide to accept. I don't think that would have been my choice. We do have the 10 of hearts, but other than that, our spot cards are pretty bad. Jacks are much better if they're closer to other touching honors. So ace-jack is kind of the furthest away honor combination for the jack. It's much better to have queen-jack or even king-jack, or especially jack-10 is a big deal. So this is a pretty bad diamond holding. 4-3-3 is pretty bad. We don't look to have any suits that we plan on setting up anytime soon. So I think I would let this one go, especially at match points. Probably even at teams. For a non-vulnerable game, it doesn't seem worthwhile, given our 15 to 17 opening range. But it could be close. Partner puts down actually a pretty good 8 count. And game appears to be decent, although not guaranteed. At least on the heart lead that we get. I guess playing in the robot event, it's probably correct to bid 3-0 because they're never going to lead a diamond. But either a diamond or a spade lead, if East has the jack of spades, could, of course, sink this contract immediately, just setting up 3 diamond tricks to go with their at least 1 club and spade. The heart lead gives us some hope. And 5 of hearts. Well, we'll definitely play low on this trick, taking the free finesse. I guess I'm going to play clubs, ace of clubs, club. I'm just thinking about that for a second. I could alternatively reject the heart finesse, win the king and dummy, and take a club finesse. It would put West in, and it's a little bit difficult for West to switch to diamonds sometimes, depending on what their diamond holding is. So West might switch to spades, which would be at least neutral for us. It wouldn't knock out our diamond stopper, which is what we're most concerned about. It is possible that the hearts split. So hearts could be 3-3, in which case giving up the opening trick in the heart suit doesn't actually cost us anything. We might end up getting back tricks if the opponents don't get diamonds going quick enough. And I think it's a little bit higher percentage in the club suit itself to take the first round finesse than to cash the ace. Because we pick off the exact same 3-1 holdings by taking either play. But we do a little bit better when East has 4 clubs. King, queen, fourth. It's starting to seem a little bit tempting, especially against these opponents who are afraid of leading away from honors, to win the King of Hearts and run the Jack of Clubs. For one thing, if East happens to have the Jack of Hearts, it's not going to expose to the opponents that we have the Heart Ace. East may well duck trick 1 if they have Ace Doubleton or Ace Third in the Heart suit, and West won't be able to figure that out by the time they get in on the club. So, West might continue just playing another heart, which would give back the heart finesse, and then we'll be able to cash the Ace of Clubs and figure out what's going on in that suit. So I think I like this plan. Let's win the King of Hearts. And let's take a club finesse. West switches to the King of Diamonds, which is good and bad news. Now that it looks like West has turned up with King, Queen of Diamonds, we can duck this trick. This is another kind of nice reason for not going Ace of Clubs club. East would be able to get in, and if West has the King, Queen of Diamonds, East could play through our Ace Jack. So it is starting to seem as if West did originally lead from Jack, fourth of hearts. They're afraid of continuing the suit. They originally had King, Queen of Diamonds, so they stopped playing that suit after we ducked around. And now spade switch. I guess we'll play low. If West has the Jack of Spades, we definitely want to play a low one here. I think it's pretty unlikely West has the Jack, but I guess it's possible. Yeah, so East plays the Jack of Spades. We'll win the King. And I think I plan to cross to the Heart Queen to take another club finesse. And ultimately what we're going to do is we're going to run all of our club and heart winners ending in the north hand, come down to the Ace Jack of Diamonds in our hand, a singleton spade, and Queen of Spades, a heart, and a diamond and dummy. If West is turned up with 4 hearts, hopefully West will get strip squeezed into coming down to Queen Doubleton of Diamonds in their last heart. We might have to do a little bit of guesswork in the end position. But then we can exit a heart and West will have to lead into Ace Jack of Diamonds at the end. So let's cash the Ace of Hearts just to get a little bit of a count on the suit. Heart to the Queen. Oh, hearts just split. In that case, I suppose we can cash our last heart. Take another club finesse. Fingers crossed that this holds. Now we can run the clubs. And if there is a squeeze that happens, West would have needed to have the spade ace, but it looks like they don't. So we'll just play a diamond to the ace. West gets the last trick, but feels like we did okay. If we start out this hand by going Ace of Clubs club, East will get in. East is very likely to switch to diamonds, I think. Although I could definitely see the robot switching to like Ace of Spades spade or a low spade or something from Ace Jack fourth in this spot, which would be less successful. But the diamond switch would have set up a bunch of diamond tricks for them, and then while we do set up clubs, we're unable to score our spade trick. So I think we only end up making 9, 4 clubs, 4 hearts, and the diamond ace. Meanwhile, the opponents will have set up a bunch of diamonds, have a club, and the ace of spades. Feels like we did everything right on that one. Got a little bit lucky that the king, queen of diamonds were in West's hand. West passes in first seat. A diamond by our partner. We bid a spade. 2 clubs by our partner. We bid 2 hearts, game forcing. We do have quite a nice hand. We got 16. Opposite partner's opening bid. Partner bids 3 diamonds. It says no stoppers to bid. Not sure I really buy that. I think this just kind of has to show extra length in the minors. I'm a strong believer of raising on 3 when you have a singleton on the outside. So the fact that partner didn't bid 2 spades here, I don't think the robots do this. They do raise on 3 very occasionally, but they don't really pick up on the fact that that means they can now bid 2 spades in this spot with a doubleton. Which they should be able to do. Just kind of temporizing, right? And not wanting to bypass 2 no trump in case our plan as their partner was to bid 2 no. Then we can get slam tries off our chest at the 3 level as opposed to having the 16 count. Partner's unlimited for their opening bid. We could easily be missing a slam here. It looks like partner has huge minor suit length, and we also have a big diamond fit. We have a bunch of aces on the outside. So we just kind of need partner to have ace, king of diamonds, ace, king of clubs, and we could be on for a grand. That makes me very uncomfortable with the 3 no bid. I certainly would bid 4 diamonds in this auction. Just, we're kind of slammish at this point. Let's set trumps and then figure out what to do from there. But it is awkward, right? We're playing match points. If partner really has a super minimum type hand, we could be off 2 key cards. 3 no will make 11 tricks maybe, and 5 diamonds also makes 11 tricks, and that's bad at match points. So a lot of reasons why a 2 spade bid here, temporizing on a doubleton, would be very helpful. Now, if partner has a singleton spade, fine. That they might be in a little bit of trouble over 2 hearts, but most of the time they'll have a doubleton unless they have actual extra length in the minors, in which case they can bid 3 clubs or 3 diamonds. Oh, I see. So partner just had a 2 no bid over 2 hearts. No stoppers to bid. What happened to queen 4th of hearts? Was this not a stopper in the auction? Feels like a bit of a stopper to me. That's okay. We would really like partner to be declaring the no trump as opposed to us on this hand. I kind of see partner's reluctance with the singleton spade. Our 1 spade bid doesn't necessarily promise a great spade suit, so if we have like king 4th of spades, then obviously they want us to declare the no trump. But bidding 3 diamonds when you've already showed at least 9 cards in the minors by opening a diamond and rebidding 2 clubs, now implying like at least 10 cards in the minors, is probably the wrong thing to do with 4-4-4-1. 4 of hearts lead. Okay. We have plenty of entries to our hand in the club suit. Technically, it can't help us to duck the opening lead. I guess it could if West is led low from Jack 10 4th. We know they would also lead low from Jack 10 3rd, so either of those is possible. But this is a 4th best heart. 3 and 2 are in dummy. I certainly want to play on the diamond suit. I guess playing low heart can help if East has the heart king and the diamond ace. We can win the ace of hearts at trick 1, East still stick in an honor, play a diamond to the jack, cross to the queen of clubs, play another diamond to the 10, and East will never be able to cash a bunch of hearts, whereas if we fly the Heart Queen, it looks great when West has the Heart King, but we end up losing extra tricks if East has that card. It's a bit of a guess against these opponents because I know the robots hate leading away from honors. I would have expected West to lead a club if they had the King of Hearts in this spot, so I think I'm just going to play low. If West gets in and plays another heart, we can always hop up with the Queen if we decide that's the thing to do. All right, heart to the Jack and ace. We'll lead a diamond to the Jack. Spades switch. I will win the ace. Play another diamond. I guess it can't hurt to unblock, just in case I need that 8 of diamonds entry to my hand. Yeah, 10 of hearts comes. Okay. So it's decision time. The 6 of hearts is never a relevant spot. So there's a couple ways in which playing the Queen can work. West might have the King, although I think the King is pretty likely to be offside, given that this is a position where if West had the King of Hearts, they probably would have just cashed it for fear that we might hop up with the Queen on this trick. They don't know that we started with 9 Doubleton, so they don't know that playing the 10 is like giving us a little bit of anxiety. Secondly, playing the Queen can help if West started with 10-8 third of hearts. Oh, I'm sorry. The 6 is a relevant spot some of the time, right? Because if West started with like 10-8 third or 10-7 third, hopping up with the Queen is effective. That would block the heart suit. I guess 10-8 third, it doesn't matter what we do. We could play low and play low when West plays the 8 again, and no matter who has 3 cards in the suit, we'll be in good shape. 10-7 third is the real winner, I suppose. But of course, playing low is much better against specifically King Jack 5 in East's hand. Then West would have led the 4 from 10-8, 7, 4. So there's like 1-4-3 break where it's right to play the Queen, and 1-4-3 break where it's right to play low, and the rest of the times it's a 50-50 coin flip. Awesome. That's what I love to hear. So we're basically in a 50-50 spot, and there's no real information. A heart is kind of like the normal lead against this 4th suit auction. I do think the King of Hearts is offside again. And I suppose what happened in the diamond suit? East won the Queen, played back a low spade. Now in the second round of diamonds, West plays the ace. Not a ton of information. I wonder if I should have, at some point, when I was in my hand, led the Jack of clubs and tried to get a count on the club suit. Maybe that would have been a really nice play to get a bit more info before I had to make this difficult decision in the heart suit. We didn't know we were going to be in this spot. East might have had the diamond ace, but now that I see that we're here, in hindsight, maybe running the jack of clubs would have been effective. I I honestly have no idea. I guess I'm gonna cover. It feels like I need to get a coin for these actual positions because when I'm at the table, I always feel like I still want to stretch and think for that 1% inference that gives me a slight lean in one direction or another, but it's probably bad for streaming. I should just pick something and go with it. I think the field's gonna play low. Let's cover. All right. Yes! The 7 of hearts. Did it matter? Oh my god. I hate this. It didn't matter at all. But for a different reason, because West led from 10-3. Oh, that's too bad. So was there any way to make this? I mean, not against best defense, obviously, but I do wonder, had I known the layout ahead of time, I suppose I could have ducked the opening heart lead. Maybe East would have been afraid of continuing the suit. Probably not. I think East would just win the jack and then lead a low one. West would need to unblock the 10 on that trick. Down 1. I think the whole field's going to be down 1. Board 5. We open no trump. 2 clubs on our left. Single suited. We have a 16 count again. Another 4 triple 3 16. Stamen by our partner. Partner's a passed hand. We bid hearts. Partner bids game. A little bit unusual by a passed hand over a strong no trump, but it's possible. Especially if you're going to be passing hands like this. King of spades lead. Probably good news for us, the king of spades lead, given that we have ace jack 10. It looks like that's West's suit. King queen 6th or 7th or something of spades. So if the hearts split really badly against us, with East having like queen jack 9 4th, we won't be under pressure in spades. We can take a roughing finesse to establish control in that suit. This hand is basically just going to come down to, can we guess the clubs? West holding king, queen, 6 of spades and the ace of diamonds is probably already enough to, in terms of high card values, to justify an overcall. It's not a great spade suit. They're missing the 10 and the 8 as well. But West could have 7 of them, of course. Or 8, I guess. I mean, you'd think West would bid 2 spades here most of the time if they had a 7th or 8th spade. But I've seen the robots do some weird things. One thing I'm pretty sure I want to do right now is win the ace of spades and then lead the jack of spades next. I really want West to cover this. Before I start pulling trumps. Because then if hearts do split 4-1, I'll have a lot more liberty about how I manage the later play. If West doesn't cover the jack of spades, it's still going to be perfectly fine if trumps split 3-2. But I think I'm going to get into a little bit of trouble if trumps split 4-1. But it's going to be really difficult for West to not cover the jack of spades. So let's start out by doing this. Okay, now that I have spade control, I'm perfectly happy to go ace of hearts, heart. If West follows with the queen, jack, or 9 on the first round, I will take the very deep finesse in the heart suit. There's the queen. Just thinking, is there any reason to do something like duck a trump as opposed to heart cover king? I suppose so. If I play a heart to the 9 king and West shows out, and then I play another trump, East can play back a third spade. I can win, pull the last trump, but then West has good spades and still the diamond ace, so I would need to be a little bit careful. Have to knock out the ace of diamonds before I establish the trumps, because East will be out of spades when they get in. Not that it necessarily matters, I don't believe. Okay, let's play a heart. 9, king. West shows out, so we gotta knock out the ace of diamonds at this point. Oh, East has it. So West's entire hand for this 2 club bid is king, queen, 6 the spades. They don't have the diamond ace. They had the singleton queen of hearts, but I mean, do the robots even count that? Maybe. I think I'm playing West for the club queen at this point in time. We also don't really have a count on the hand much. I can definitely cash the 8 of hearts. West pitches a club. And get a bit more of a count on the hand by cashing a couple of diamonds if I want to. I just don't think I need to. I'm pretty sure West just has to have the queen of clubs at this point in time. I saw West pitch a spade and a diamond. I actually don't remember all of West's discards. But if I play another diamond and West turns up with the 13th diamond, then I guess West is marked with a doubleton club and they've already pitched one, which is kind of weird. Oh, now West has pitched a couple clubs, so we can just play a club to the ace. But yeah, West had the club queen. I mean, I'm not even convinced this is worth an overcall anyway, given that queen third of clubs, but it kind of felt like they needed to have it. Otherwise, it was very far off from justifying the overcall. So, kind of a nice technical hand there that we played. But I suspect most of the field will get that one right as well. Board 6. We've opened a diamond. God, this hand looks awful. Is this a good hand? We have 13 with a bunch of 10s, but all 4 queens. So diamond to spade, we bid a no trump. Partner bids 2 clubs, new minor forcing. We bid 2 hearts to show our heart suit. Partner bids 3 diamonds, supposedly forcing, showing spades and diamonds. We bid 3 no. I guess. We do have clubs stopped, barely. Queen jack third. It's somewhat tempting with queen 10 doubleton of spades to kind of like stop off in 3 spades here, was what I was thinking. Because we do have a really strong spade holding. Partner could have like king jack 9 fifth of spades and a singleton or doubleton club over there. and then they lead a club against 3-0. We knock out the ace of spades. They run the entire club suit against us, whereas in 4 spades, we just lose ace king of clubs, ace of spades, and we have the rest of the red suits. But here we are. Partner has a 14 count, partner has a club stopper. Looks good to me. We'll duck the opening lead. I don't really see any reason to win the ace. So East wins the king and continues clubs. Well, what do we want to do this time? We have 2 clubs, 3 hearts. We can force a spade, and we have a diamond for sure. We could play on either diamonds or spades. And the hand's a little bit awkward because hearts... I mean, clubs is our communication suit, and they've been attacking that. No surprise at tricks 1 and 2. So if we were to play on spades, we don't really have entries to our hands to get back to the ace queen of hearts. So I think we would kind of have to either strand the queen of hearts, like we could win the club ace, unblock the heart king, work on the spade suit, get in with a club, cash 1 heart to pitch a diamond. But if we cash the second heart, we would open ourselves up to losing a bunch of heart tricks. So that makes me think that playing on diamonds is probably better. We're going to set up fewer tricks if the diamond suit is cooperative, with East having, I guess, the jack of diamonds is the plan. But at least we will have entries to both hands. So let's do that. If clubs happen to be 4, 3, which it kind of looks like they aren't, right? West led the 8 at trick 1, so it looks like East has 5 of them. East is returning the 5 of clubs, which looks like it is original 4th best from a holding of king blank blank 5-4, given that dummy had the 3 and 2. So maybe we're going to lose an extra trick in the process at some point here. If clubs are 5-2, maybe I should start diamonds by leading the queen out of hand. Now I'm thinking. It's possible diamonds could be 4-1. I could pick up a singleton jack or 9 in East's hand. And West is an overwhelming favorite to hold the diamond king. That's kind of defeating the purpose of trying to use diamonds as the communication suit, but maybe I should do it. At least we're getting interesting hands. I feel like all the hands have been very interesting. I know it's like an hour into the stream. Let's do it this way. Let's win the club ace and lead a low diamond towards the queen. This will still pick up singleton jack or 9. Do I need to unblock the king of hearts before doing that? I'm very concerned about 4-1 diamonds, given the doubleton club lead from West, but maybe I just shouldn't be. Maybe West is looking at 4 hearts or 5 hearts. West could be like 3-5, 3-2. Okay, I've changed my mind. Let's just play diamonds the normal way. Diamond to the ace, diamond to the queen. We get a heart switch. That's good news for us. I mean, I guess also the fact that West turned up with the diamond stopper meant that we were always going to get this heart switch. So we can knock out the ace of spades and make 10 tricks, and that looks like the best that we can do from here. Oh, I'm sorry. I totally miscounted my tricks. We have 9 after knocking out the spade ace. So I suppose I could have tried to guess the jack of spades if I wanted to play east for that card. Doesn't seem to hurt to just run the 10 of spades now. I didn't see that coming. I could have played a spade to the 10 had I been thinking a little bit more. It had already taken a while to play the hand, though, so kind of wanted to speed up at the end. But wow, West ducking the first round of spades and then flying the ace on the second round. You figure if you're going to duck the first round, you may as well win the second to avoid this problem. Declare is never going to guess you for the ace of spades in that spot. All right, we have 11. Robots love to pass. Partner opens a spade. We bid 2 no trump, which is just natural and invitational. Partner bids 3 no. It's nice to have this bid in your arsenal if you have hands for it, but I've frequently said you really don't want to have an invitational hand when you're passed. It doesn't make any sense systemically to do this. You really want your partner to be able to open light in third seat. Bidding 2 no just punishes partner for doing the thing that puts a lot of pressure on the opponents in fourth when they have a big hand. 3 no by partner. We get the 10 of diamonds lead. Interesting. So this could be 10 doubleton. Could be 10-9 fourth. I mean, it could be 10-9 doubleton, I guess. It could be king 10-9. Against king 10-9 holdings, we want to win the queen so we can lead to the jack next round. If we win the jack, then West is still going to have 2 diamond tricks. So that's the diamond suit itself. The club suit, we have a guess for the queen. Hopefully we get that one right. Hearts, we have a stopper, barely. And spades, we have the potential to pick up quite a few tricks or only 1 trick, or maybe 2 of them. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to win the diamond queen and try and guess clubs immediately. If I guess clubs correctly, then I'm going to lead a diamond to the towards the jack, I think, because that'll always score an extra trick. And if I'm able to coerce the opponents into giving me a heart trick, then I will, at the end of the hand, have the ability to play a spade to the queen if I want for an over trick. If I try and work on spades myself and all the spades are poorly placed, I'm like, whether or not I go after clubs first or go after spades first, then there's a lot of upside to taking 2 spade finesses. I mean, if West has king jack third, we just have 5 spade tricks worth collecting. We might not have to lose a diamond trick at all, but that has to be a lot less likely than just scoring the extra diamond trick and then deciding if we want to take a spade hook later. So let's win the diamond queen. 10-7. We don't really know where the king of diamonds is, but hopefully we'll work that out. It would be nice to know where the king of diamonds is so that I could decide who I want to play for the club queen. What do we know about the auction? West didn't open, and it appears the opponents have at least 9 hearts between them, maybe even exactly 9 hearts. So West also didn't lead a heart, but we know West must have heart length. I mean, East is very unlikely to have a 6-card heart suit and pass over a spade, although it's possible. I think that makes it a little bit more likely that West is leading from diamond shortness, in which case I think I want to play them for the queen of clubs. That's my take on it, at least. Can I do this while maintaining as much communication in the club suit as possible? I guess the answer is no. So I guess I'm going to go king of clubs, club to the 10. This would make sense if clubs are 4-1. Otherwise, these spot cards don't seem consistent with the club, with whatever's going on in the club suit. Okay, clubs are 4-1. Great. So we picked up the clubs. I think this makes it very likely that East does have the diamond king. I mean, I would still love to be able to lead a low diamond towards the jack, just in case West hops up with the king, but I guess we'll lead the jack now. And I'm pretty sure we want to play low on this trick. Later, take a club finesse back to dummy and play a diamond to the 8. Okay, or West forces us to make our decision immediately. Yeah, this is really unfortunate. So West did lead the 10 of diamonds from 10-9 third. I thought they were programmed to lead low from that holding. Did someone get on this and fix the issue? Could that be what happened? Probably not, right? Well, things have become a little bit awkward because we only have one entry to do the things we need to do, and the opponents didn't set up a heart trick for us, which is beyond weird. Okay, what cards is everyone down to? It looks like West pitched... They both pitched spades on this trick. On the third or second round of clubs, East pitched a heart. They played one round of hearts. Hearts probably started 5-4. Given the 4-1 club split, I'm going to say East started with 5 of them. So that would give East 3 hearts and 3 spades remaining. And West is down to a doubleton spade, a doubleton club, and a doubleton heart. I'm off by 1 heart. Where did the 13th heart go? So, if they had set up a heart for me, I guess I would have taken the club finesse, guaranteed, and eventually lost a spade trick. That would net me 9 tricks. I could try and sneak a heart. I mean, one of the reasons West didn't return a heart might be because West has the Queen of Hearts, and they were afraid of giving me the Jack of Hearts for free. So I could try and sneak the 10 of Hearts through. If that cashes, I can pitch a spade, take a club hook. And if the 10 of Hearts loses to the Queen in East's hand, East is actually end played into either playing back a heart, in which case I score my heart trick, or leading away from their spade holding. If I cash a couple of clubs, I'm kind of at risk of losing 2 spades if I misguess the spade position. Or maybe I just have 2 spade losers from there. Let's leave the 10 of Hearts. Okay, West does win the Queen. Now plays a spade. Awesome. They're just like defending double dummy. Looks like I did everything wrong by trying to guess the clubs early because this was my communication suit. I was just under the impression the robots were going to play a bunch of hearts because that looks like very natural defense when dummy has a stiff king. But they've done really well. There's nothing I can do if the king of spades is offside. I guess that's not entirely true. I could go ace of spades, low spade if East has the king doubleton remaining. I still feel like I'm off a heart. How is it possible that I've lost a 13th heart during counting? I mean, very few people showed out on any of these tricks. Well, I guess I'm going to play the queen. So now East just returns a spade to dummy. Ooh! Look at that! East made a mistake and finally gave us our heart. Wow. That was a big goof by the opponents. They had done so well up to that point. This is, I think, one of the reasons the robots do so poorly, is that they still don't have any carding methods. Most, decent defenders, even some not very strong defenders, would have done a much better job had they been able to reach this point in the play in the end position, because it's kind of known that Declarer is still missing a club finesse to the 9 based on the way the play has gone. If Declarer had king, queen, 4th of clubs, they would have gone king of clubs, queen of clubs, not king of clubs low to the 10 on the second round. That would have been very risky against a 3-2 club split. So yeah, just returning a spade into the ace would have been the way to beat me. West gets their queen of clubs, dummies unplayed. Alright, halfway through. Let's play out this hand and I will take a short stretch break. We got to 3 diamonds. This does not look like a good spot. Partners opened a spade. We have made the invitation, the kind of awkward 2/1 response invitational jump shift. Another one of these auctions that the robots don't understand very well. I think the best way to play this invitational jump shift is that it promises a singleton or void in opener's spade suit. And I don't know exactly how you want to describe the diamond suit itself or the suit itself that you make the jump shift into, but 1 loser or maybe a 2 loser suit, if that. But you gotta have like a bunch of honors. Like, you don't want to do it on this hand where you have ace empty 6th and you have spade support. How would you feel if the auction had instead gone a spade and no trump, two spades? Would you now want to bid three diamonds? Or would you be happy raising two spades to three, or possibly even passing two spades? I think you'd be a lot happier playing the 6-2 spade fit rather than gambling on partner having any diamond cards. But the most important thing is you really just don't want to have a major suit fit, because you take up so much room, your partner can't really do anything to show their major suit unless they have extra values, and you oftentimes end up in the wrong contract. Well, I mean, it's not as if we've done great getting to diamonds instead of spades. I would still much rather play this in two spades, a spade, a no trump, two hearts, two spades on our cards. Looks like a good auction. But the 6-1 may play better than the 5-2. Okay, club opening lead. I guess let's play low. East might mistakenly hop up with the ace of clubs to try and cash some tricks. Seeing the really scary heart suited dummy, they don't. Let's go ahead and overtake the heart queen and pitch some spade losers. That seems like a good plan. The 9-7-6 of clubs might actually be important. We could set up a third club trick if we can guess which honor to play for being third later. East will win the ace on the next round, but West might have led from Jack third. West might have led from 9 third. I guess we'll just have to see as the play develops. All right, let's pitch some spades, because this seems important to do right about now. West high-load in hearts, so we expect West to have the remaining heart. So far, West hasn't turned up with any defensive values. I'm wondering about running the diamond queen. I do think I want to pull trumps. If trumps are 3-3, I will have some sort of chance to set up clubs later. I suppose I can just exit the queen of clubs. East is going to have to play back a trump, and then we'll get to think if we want to take a risky trump finesse if East is leading away from the king. Well, there's the 8 of clubs. Okay, diamond from East. It could definitely be beneficial to run this round to the queen. And I don't think there's any risk to doing so. Even if diamonds are 3-3 and I go ace of diamonds diamond to try and pull more trumps, West can still get a club ruff, or East might be able to get a club ruff. Or maybe more importantly, the opponents can always separate their trump tricks because West will play a 4th round of hearts and East can ruff with high trump. So by playing low, we can actually pick up like 10 doubleton or jack doubleton that East has. Next round, we'll cash the ace and be able to pick up the suit that way. Maybe. All right, ace of spades. So West is turned up with... It's really weird that West didn't play a 4th heart here to get their partner to ruff in. That's somewhat concerning to me, but I think I'm just going to go ace of diamonds diamond. Doesn't look like I can pick up any other holdings anyway. Down 1. East started with jack 10 third of diamonds. So yeah, even if we had gone ace of diamonds diamond, they could always untangle their extra trump tricks or get their club ruff. Minus 50. Feels pretty flat. Okay. Pass, pass, two hearts, I'll pass. Presumably a normal auction. Partner has a good 11 over there. Forgot to open. So two hearts, I'll pass. King of hearts lead. We've got quite a few tricks, in fact. Although ultimately there might be... King of Hearts is a weird lead against two hearts, I'll pass. So if the King of Diamonds is on side, we can pitch like a club loser. But we're still going to have 3 spade losers unless we can guess that suit. Like it kind of doesn't cost us to try the diamond finesse, because even if it loses, we can still pitch our club loser on the diamond ace. We're going to need to either persuade the opponents into leading spades for us before trying this plan, or alternatively... Yeah, I don't really know what the alternative is. Okay, let's start out by pulling trumps. We'll win the ace of hearts and play the suit back at West, who presumably... I was going to say presumably has king, queen, jack third. Nope. Singleton king of trumps lead. Okay. So West pitched a diamond on that trick. East brazenly cashing the heart queen. West has now pitched a spade. I'm feeling a little bit squeezed in the dummy. I don't want to pitch a club because I think that's going to make it look to East like they should be attacking clubs. And while that doesn't really hurt me, I can win the king, pull the last trump, try the diamond finesse. It's not really aiding my efforts to goad them into leading spades. I don't want to pitch a spade because I think it's possible spades are 5-2 and East might have a doubleton honor. So if East doesn't switch to their doubleton spade honor and get their ruff immediately, I might be able to pick it up. And pitching a diamond just kind of looks weird. I guess I'll pitch a club. Yeah, East switches to the jack of clubs. I was worried about this. It's fine. We can pitch a diamond, try the diamond hook. Great. I suppose I'm going to play East for the doubleton spade honor at this point. I don't think West would have pitched down to honor doubleton. It's starting to look like West started with 4 spades and East started with 3, but... Okay. Looks like we are out of luck. East has the last spade, West has the club. No squeeze in the end position. Plus 110. Probably a flat board. Ooh, some distribution, huh? So we open a spade. 2 diamonds on our left. 3 diamonds by partner, limit raise. We have a 16 count, we bid 4 spades. Feels about right to me. Our hand is almost interested enough in slam that we should probably Q-bid. I guess the Q-bid I would make would be 4 diamonds. Show the diamond ace. Kind of tell partner that we might need a little bit of help in the club suit. And if partner then can Q-bid 4 hearts back, they'll tell us they have club help, as well as potentially heart help, and then we can push towards a well, we'll probably sign off 4 spades, but at least partner will know that we have slam intentions. So if they're looking at the perfectly fitting singleton diamond and ace king of clubs, then they'll be able to bid the slam. Ah, good. The perfectly fitting singleton diamond and ace king of clubs. Just what I feared. Okay. I'm just going to get a quick count on the high cards. We have 16. Partner has 11. That's 27. And West has overcalled 2 diamonds, promising at least some values. So it wouldn't be that unusual for East to have 3 or even 4 diamonds in this auction. Well, 4 would be weird, but that's a robot kink a little bit. 3 is quite possible. And not have found either a double of 3 diamonds, presumably showing a raise, or a bid with such few values. So I think I am going to hope that I can make all 13 tricks. Ace of diamonds, diamond ruff, spade to the ace, diamond ruff, club to the queen if that holds, and then if spades split, I can run all the clubs, pitch my heart loser. What did East play? I just want to make sure I am following. So East is playing diamonds up the line. I think they would probably high-low if they had only 2 of them. Could take the spade finesse here. I'm not going to. That 8 of spades is a little bit concerning to me. Showing out? No. West has the jack of spades. Great. We have all 13 tricks. That seemed like a pretty simple one to play. We've had a few of those recently. Not the types of boards you want if you're looking for a big score, but at least it's relaxing. Board 11. We got to 1-0. We passed, which seems fine. A diamond on our left, pass, pass, and no trump. Yeah, maybe. I think I would be tempted to double because my diamond stopper is so weak. It looks as if a diamond lead is good for the opponents. I don't know. We don't have either 4-card major, and assuming partner has some values, which is what we're hoping when we balance, partner would have overcalled a 5-card major. So yeah, maybe a no trump is the right bid. All right, I'm coming around to it. I like it. 1-no feels good. Balancing no trump. Exactly 11 high card points. Count them up. I feel like we've violated system, but it's okay. Queen of spades lead. Interesting. So dummy has 12, we have 10. West having opened a diamond. So there's 18 points outstanding. If West had like a 14 count, then East would only have 4, and we've seen the robots previously, like on board 1, not respond to their partner's opening bid with 4. So that's possible. But if West is weaker, East would always have bid something. So I think we're looking at either West is unbalanced with, you know, like in the 15 to 17 range, and therefore couldn't open a no trump, so that would be a hand that's like 1... I don't know why I'm saying 1 when we see the singleton queen or queen of spades lead against 1 no, but we just saw the singleton king of hearts lead against 2 hearts on a previous board. 1 4 5 3 or something. East would still have 4 high card points though. The queen of spades singleton means East would have king jack 5th. Maybe instead 3 4 5 1 singleton club would make a bit more sense. I think I'm going to focus on West having about 14, which means given that East has turned up with the King of Spades from this opening lead, West has basically every other high card in the deck. There could be a stray jack and like hearts that East holds, which is a little bit uncomfortable. I guess let's duck the opening lead. I would like to set up a fourth spade, but I don't have a convenient way to do so. If I win, this could be Queen Jack Doubleton, and if we continue the 10 of spades, then East will have spades covering our 9. If West switches to diamonds, we get our 2 diamond tricks. It's probably West's best decision, because they'll start setting up their side's source of tricks and diamonds. But we do have 2 diamond stoppers, and we can knock out West's fast entry to the diamonds, which is the Ace of Hearts, leading a low heart to the Queen. Obviously, if West continues spades, that's good for us. If West switches to clubs, that's good for us. I said obviously if West continues spades, that's good for us. Let me just make sure about this. Because I could play low, East wins the king, but then East will play a diamond through. So I think I want to fly the ace. Hopefully catch the King Doubleton over here. And I can continue throwing West in. I would ideally like to end up in a position where I might be able to throw West in on the first round of diamonds by leading low towards the jack to force West to lead away from the king-queen at a later point. So it was Queen... Oh god, please tell me that wasn't Queen Doubleton. Queen Doubleton would be a really weird one. Alright, let's lead a heart to the queen. I would love to get to my hand somehow. So that I can lead a club to the jack. But I seem to be having some difficulty doing that. Imagine if I exit a spade and East wins the jack, though. That would be so disappointing. Nine, 2, queen, 8. If these are to be believed, West has 4 hearts and East has 3. I think that almost guarantees that West has Queen Doubleton of spades. Whoa. Because otherwise West would be exactly... Oh no, West could be like 3, 4, 4, 2. Anyway, let's take our club finesse now that we're here. And play some more clubs. Looks like they split. So we have 5 tricks. 6 with the 10 of clubs, 7 with the king of hearts, 8 with the ace of diamonds. And in the meantime, the opponents have... Yeah, I'm kind of at the crossroads right now. If spades are splitting, I need to play a spade now. If spades are not splitting, I guess it's actually okay. If East happens to have King Jack fourth of spades, I play a spade. East wins, cashes another spade, but I can pitch a heart. East will play a diamond through, I duck, and now West is kind of end played. If West goes ace of hearts heart, my king of hearts scores. If West plays back a diamond, my jack of diamonds scores. So yeah, I do need to play a spade now. And even if we run into the worst case scenario where West is led from Queen Doubleton, we still score an extra red suit trick. I mean, just why? Queen Doubleton of spades. Amazing. Alright, we have the rest. West is end played, so we can claim the last two tricks. I think a lot of people would just lead a heart from West's hand. Fourth best from your longest and strongest makes a lot of sense. West opens a club. Partner is overcalled a heart. We have bid two spades, which is strong. Not that popular nowadays to play strong jump shifts in any auction, but Gibbs still does it. Partner bids four spades. Okay. I mean, this feels like a typical reason why people gave up on strong jump shifts. You're preempting your own side out of being able to explore for anything. Certainly, we would much rather play in 3 no trump on the north-south cards than in a 5-2 spade fit, I think. I haven't really thought about those contracts, 4 spades or 3 no, but generally you don't want to end up in 5-2 fits. Well, West opened. We have 16. Partner has 10. It's very unlikely that East has the spade king. And I think I'm a little worried that clubs could be 5-2. Queen of hearts from Queen Jack 10 makes a lot of sense, as opposed to the King of clubs from King Queen, especially without any of the accompanying spot cards in the club suit, like the 10 or even the 8. So I think what I want to do is I want to just immediately play a low spade to the queen, keep communication in the spade suit, and start pulling trumps. Okay. So 2 rounds of spades. East has followed low-high. If spades split, I could set up, and hearts split, meaning 4-3. I could rough a couple of hearts and set up the 5th hardened dummy. It doesn't feel like I sacrifice much by just winning the queen of spades and then roughing a heart immediately. And that would be important because I only have 1 club loser, assuming West has the king-queen, and then I can pitch both my diamond losers. And I do have the entries to do it in the club suit, because what I can do is I can lead the jack of clubs, and if West doesn't cover, which might look like a way to potentially deny me an entry, then instead of losing any club tricks, I pitch my club instead on the ace of hearts, and hopefully diamonds split. I wonder if there's any way I can improve on this plan. Like, obviously I can lead a low club towards the ace-10. West can split, and then later when I lead another low club towards the 10, West can hop up and deny me the entry. So that's why I can't really just lead low clubs out of hand. But anyway, let's start the plan. We'll rough a heart. And let's cash a spade pitching a diamond. Spades do split. So now we just kind of need the good luck in the club suit and the hearts to be 4-3, and we have 11 tricks. Jack of clubs, queen will win the ace. Now we have a sure entry in the club suit. The 9 falls. Let's ruff a heart. Hearts split, so we can give up a club. Both our ace and 9 of hearts are cashing. We have 11 tricks. I think that's going to be a really, really good result. A lot of the field will be probably too afraid of shortening themselves, and they might not find the low spade at trick 2. So I suspect we'll probably get upwards of 95% on that one. Board 13. Pass. We open a club. We have 18. Partner has bid 1 diamond. We have rebid 2 no to show our values. Partner has bid 3 no. Looks good to me. We get the 4 spades lead. Probably 4th best. Assuming clubs split 4-2 or better, we have 4 clubs, 2 spades, a heart, and a diamond. Is 8. Diamonds kind of looks like our best source of tricks. I believe it's important to play low at trick 1. Man, East could be real devious and not play a spade on her. Blocking the spade suit. If I play on clubs immediately, I kind of have to rely on a king doubleton of diamonds to access the long diamonds because they'll win the ace of clubs and play a second spade, taking out our entry. But if I play on diamonds first, I have plenty of entries to the south hand. Well, hopefully. I have plenty of entries to the south hand. I mean, I guess in theory they could knock out the ace of hearts, and then my clubs all go away. I suppose, though, I'm just going to take the normal line. Let's set up the suit that we know is coming in, clubs. And we'll... East actually did play low. Wow. That's a wild play. I don't think we win the ace, so we'll win the 9. Huh. Well, this actually gives us a lot of other possibilities as to how we proceed. Because while the opponents have successfully killed our entry to dummy in spades, they can't attack spades themselves anymore. Otherwise, we will get our entry to dummy. So I could kind of make that very unappealing to them by playing diamonds myself, setting up dummies diamonds. That would probably force them to play hearts, which isn't necessarily good for us. East might have the 10 of hearts, heart honors are split, they might be able to set up that suit. I guess let's just continue playing on clubs then. Club to the 10, club to the queen, I guess. West wins the ace. Does switch to hearts. Well, we play low. See who has the 10. Oh my god. This is one of the craziest hands I've ever seen defended. East just refuses to play third hand high. We'll win the 9. Wow. So at this point, if we can guess how to get over to the north hand in diamonds, we just have a bunch of tricks. Alright, I'll unblock the spade ace. And I suppose I'm going to try and guess the diamonds. Ace of diamonds, diamond over. It's starting to sound like East has both of them. But I don't know why I think that. So it's possible West has led a low spade from Queen Jack. That could be a reason why East didn't play high at trick 1. The heart switch is really weird. I don't understand why East wouldn't play a high heart on the heart switch. I guess East could have like the queen exactly without the 10 and was worried that we had a holding like king 9, in which case playing the queen would blow a trick in the suit, but playing low would not. I don't think it helps me at all guess the diamonds, though. It came 2 passes to us. We opened a club. West, who apparently has the king of hearts and the queen jack of spades and the ace of clubs, didn't find an overcall. So I don't think West has the diamond king. I'll play the 10. I think East has both of these. Ooh. Wow. East forgot to play the queen of spades at trick 1, which would have just blown a trick if our spades had been jack doubleton instead of ace doubleton, or instead of ace 9 doubleton. East forgot to play the king of hearts on the heart switch because their partner could have easily just had like queen, or like ace 4th, I guess, maybe. Not sure. Wasn't paying attention to the high card count. That was hilarious. But man, king doubleton of diamonds. It feels like everyone's going to do great on that hand no matter what they play for. Okay. East passes in first. We open a diamond. Partner bids a heart. We bid a no trump. Looks about right to me. Ace of hearts lead. King from ace king. So this is like singleton ace or something. I never understand why robots love leading aces against no trump or leading partner suit. Sorry, not their partner suit, my partner suit. If they led their partner suit, that would make a lot more sense. Ace of hearts, 9 of clubs. West has to have like a diamond preempt, right? This looks like a high club. It's definitely a high club. So if West has short hearts and short clubs and couldn't overcall a diamond, this just has to be like queen 6 the diamonds, right? In West's hand, guaranteed. Okay. So can it ever make sense for us to play on hearts? I feel like that was probably a singleton ace. I mean, if it was ace doubleton, why wouldn't West continue a second heart? I don't know. We're also kind of lacking entries to the north hand to play on hearts. I mean, maybe the queen of spades is onside. Well, either way, let's duck this around. East can put in their jack of clubs. We'll win the ace. If I play the 10 of hearts, East is going to win and switch to their singleton diamond, I think. We could fly the ace. And then start... I don't know. Let's set up the hearts. Maybe I should be playing on spades, but hearts could be 4-2, I guess. If so, I really want to get these heart tricks in. And cut communication between the east-west hands. I also kind of want to just identify if that really was a singleton ace of hearts lead before I do anything else. Ace-king doubleton. Okay. So 9 of clubs, 8 of clubs. We get to win the king. It does sound as if he has the queen of clubs, so I'm not that worried about the club suit itself. Let's play the jack of hearts, pitch our diamond loser. So he switches to what I'm assuming is a singleton. 9 of diamonds. It could be a doubleton, I guess. If West has the diamond queen, the ace king of hearts, I seriously doubt they have the ace of spades to go with the queen of diamonds. That would be a 13 count. It's like barely possible for them to do that and never act in the auction. So spade to the 10, I guess, is our best plan to try and get over to the north hand. Things are going to get really awkward when East wins the queen of spades and plays the second diamond, though, because I do not have a good plan to defend against that. But assuming we're right that West doesn't have the spade ace, we can just win the king of diamonds. East has the queen of clubs as well. Then just continue playing spades. East is eventually going to get end played into giving us a dummy entry or the 10 of clubs. Whoa. West switched to the 9 of clubs from queen 9. Strange. Alright, but we do have the rest now. What was this entire hand? Why wouldn't West do something normal? Oh, God, every time I ask why the robots wouldn't do something normal on defense, I know the answer. It's because they're not normal. They need to be looked at. That was a really bad play, flying the ace of spades, though. But plus 120. Nice result for us. 2 boards to go. This has felt like a really good day. Unfortunately, it's probably not going to be enough. 6-4 in the majors, probably not worth preempting this hand, with such weak hearts and pretty good spades in first seat. Partner opens a diamond, we bet a heart. 2 clubs on our overcall on our left by a passed hand. Partner makes a support double. 3 clubs on our right. We bid 3 hearts. I guess that feels about right. I'm wondering if 4 hearts is even a good bid here, now that we have a known 9-card fit. Trump honors are so much less important in 9-card fits than they are in 8-card fits. So like Jack 10 6th, we might only have 2 Trump losers if the opponents have all the ace king queen. Anyway, we bid 3 hearts, partner bid 4. Partner does have some extras, 14 count, and no wasted cards and clubs. 2 of spades lead. Well, that's a singleton if I've ever seen one. Okay, I guess the plan then is to win the ace of spades, try and pitch a club loser, rough a club to hand, and play West for the ace of hearts because they're the stronger of the bidding opponents, we think. So let's see how this goes. Okay, good start. Once again, noting the carding, it looks like East played low-high, West played high-low, so West is likely to have the last diamond. Okay. Well, West had two natural trump tricks. Ace, queen, 9, third. Now we can just knock out the king of spades. 620. Nothing they could do against that line of play. So that feels pretty good, once again. Last board. It's really easy when the opponents don't lead their suit, and they lead what looks like could be a singleton. It's a singleton. It's always a singleton. Partner opens a club. We bet a heart. Partner raises to 2 hearts. We pass. Feels like we're going out on a whimper this time. Doesn't seem like there's much to the play of this one. 10 of diamonds lead. I don't think there's a whole lot of chance for extra tricks here. We're just going to lose 3 clubs, a diamond, and 2 spades. Ten of diamonds lead. I suppose my best chance is to lead a low club away from the queen third. Hope that East hops up with the ace. It's not a great play against computers because they just do simulations, and obviously they'll think it's much more likely I have 3 small clubs than singleton king, but against human opponents it actually has a little bit of merit because it just feels very unnatural to lead low from queen third towards the closed hand, especially if I do it early in the play. I'm going to play the jack of diamonds just to throw a little bit of confusion into the mix. Heart switch. It's an interesting play from East. Let's win the 9 and dummy. I'm going to start my plan low club ace. Unfortunate. All right, we'll win the ace of diamonds. It doesn't seem that pressing to pull trumps for me. There's still some minuscule chance that spades are 5-2 with one of the opponents having honor doubleton, and I could later end play them after stripping the minor suits. So let's continue by playing some more clubs. Now East wins the ace. Plays back the king and diamonds. All right, spade to the ace and a spade. Doesn't seem like it's working. Yeah, they're able to cash the last spade. Down 1. So last hand of the event. I feel like we had a really strong score today because there are a lot of hands early that I think we did most everything right on. Board 1. Board 2. Board 3. Yeah, we had a lot of really strong results, but this is not going to be enough to catapult us into first place. 69% on the day. We only had 2 boards that were below average. 44 on the last board. I guess someone found a way to make it. And 42 on board 4. For 3-no down 1, again, looks like someone found a way to make it. Board 12, the one that I kind of noted, I expected to be an excellent score. no surprise that we got 100%, even though this is a somewhat strong field of players. You had to play every card accurately to set up the long heart, and people, when they get into these 5-2 fits, they're just so afraid of shortening themselves in the 5-card hand. They're worried that trumps can be 4-4, but we can kind of look past that and realize that we have all the other suits controlled, so it's perfectly fine to shorten our trump hand, and it works out great in this case when the spades split and the hearts split. So 97 on board 3 no trump making 4. That was a really nice result. Taking that line of play of win the king of hearts and then put West in on the club suit. That was really good. Prevent the diamond attack. 3 clubs on board 1, actually a really nice result as well, 93. But a couple of other 80s. We didn't have as many 50% as we had the other day. 3 of them there. You know, if we call these 40% close to 50, then we have maybe 5 of them in this set. We had 7 yesterday, I believe. But overall, we'll have a good finish. Not going to be first place or towards the top of the leaderboard, but maybe top 10 somewhere. 8th place would be my guess. So good showing in the final round.